wait for you to come and sit down.
Sure.
Hello, Pembroke Elections 2018. We're welcoming Dave Duppnt back to the studio. Yeah, this is his second time, so we're gonna just have some conversation and find out how the Thanksgiving holidays went for him and do a little bit of catch up.
Yes, we're grateful to have you back in the studio, buddy, as our return guest.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Redemption time after my...
Yeah. No, you don't need the redemption. Well, David noticed when he stepped in that we have better lighting now, so we're a little bit more flattering against this beautiful brick wall. We have a more festive table. I want to mention that Andrew Bailey, who was in the studio earlier, his mother actually created this festive centerpiece. So yeah, we'll be promoting all sorts of things. But right now, we just want to catch up with David. It's kind of our anniversary. David was our first episode, and now he's kind of one of our last episodes before voting ends on the 22nd of October. So let's start talking about your journey so far in your campaign, because this is new to you. This is your first time running.
First time
for
running.
City Council.
And maybe the last time. I'm not quite sure yet. All I know is I'm ready to work for the city of Pembroke.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We'll always give 100% for the city of Pembroke. I want to be your representative.
David Duppnt, yeah, man. We've seen your drive, we've seen your passion and your grit to push through, despite there's always haters and naysayers and people saying you're not ready. But the truth is, we see the heart in what you're doing, and I just really appreciate it. So, I thought you were well spoken at the debate, just like you were in the first interview here. You spoke earnestly and truly that you're not seasoned at this, but you're here, and like you said, you're here to give 100% whatever it is you have to do.
You can definitely tell you're going to be a wonderful advocate for the people. You're a fighter.
Well, I'm a fighter for sure, yeah, and I'm always going to try. Yeah. And I'm learning. It's a learning curve, and it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably harder socially sometimes, because now all of a sudden you're a target for people's rants on Facebook sometimes, and this and that.
Even I have my share of rants.
Yeah, but
you'll always get those people though, the ones that are like.
We can kind of share that with you. We've experienced a little bit of that as well. But I think all three of us need to remember that as long as you're doing something positive, you should keep pursuing and pushing forward, persevering, I guess, and pushing forward. So
I'm always pushing forward for sure, and
good.
I know I won't know everything, but I'm willing to learn everything I can.
It's like all of us, though. We're all kind of learning as we go.
As far as positive developments, you say you're learning. What do you think, if we could pinpoint something, might be one of the best things or one of the newest things that you've learned along your campaign trail so far?
I'm learning about grammar.
Grammar!
That's a good one.
I get told that lots.
Probably some people on the keyboard telling you that.
Spell check is not working for me, but so I'm trying to learn other things.
Oh, I can relate. I'm terrible. Ever since I started running the group, I'm like, okay, I really got to go back and proofread this.
You know what? I'm actually terrible at grammar too, admittedly. Tim helps us out a lot with our proofreading, and it's a growth.
But I talk rough around the edges, and that's the way I was raised. That's just me. I'm not polished and perfect.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I would love to have somebody like you represent us. Absolutely. You're a strong
I'm not afraid
voice.
to get down and dirty and get the work done. Cool. That's all I've ever done.
Good. What are some of the new issues that you've learned about the city of Pembroke particularly that you didn't know about before running?
Well, that berm, I never heard anything about that before until the debate, and I still don't know much about it, so that's something that even...
It's a big mound of, a big trail on top of a mound of dirt extended across the waterway, and some business owners, most business owners seem to be shouting that we should have a direct view to the water to make it a more beautiful tourist city. And some people are saying, save the money, pave it as a bike trail as is, because either way they're going to do something as a trail. And then they're saying maybe make the entrances to the waterway that are already there nicer. So.
But once they start taking some of that stuff out, what are they going to get into?
That's
the land.
It's a good point. Yeah, like the toxins.
I don't know, but that was a railroad track, wasn't it? About taking the same area? That was
So
that,
you
I don't know, but there could be some stuff in that we don't know about.
So there could be a lot of money needed to be spent. It could be a larger project.
Once the environment gets involved, things get expensive awful fast.
Yeah, but I think it would be highly profitable for the citizens of Pembroke if they did tackle that,
Mm-hmm. But then again, that's spending taxpayers' money that I will say,
yes,
I don't like spending taxpayers' money.
That's a good thing.
Either way, they're saying that if they pave it and create a nicer bike trail along that way, it's going to improve the area, and they could put more vendors along that.
That'd be great. Yes, more. Yeah.
It looks like no matter what, we're going to see positive growth out of that berm area and the marina.
What counts is that we're talking about it and bringing it up. And
same
with the dam. The dam's really getting a lot of attention.
There's something else I thought was already fixed. Was Moffat Street or something with the bank? The bank's falling down on Moffat Street or something.
What is?
Like 2 years ago when they had the floods, there was banks falling down. I thought that problem was cured.
Oh.
But like now I'm seeing that it's not cured. I don't know what the deal with that is.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw a post about that. It looks like just either the land or the building.
There was something that had the floods. Is it 2 years ago?
Is that down the hill by the daycare and?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
No.
I gotta get on the right page here, so.
Yeah.
Well, I was one of the problems I thought was already cured, but obviously it's not because I see posts coming up now. That's one of the things I have to look into.
No, that's good. That's the Facebook chatter. Maybe there's some
Yeah.
posts in this group about that. We're in the Pembroke Elections 2018 group, and there's so much talk going on in the group. We've been starting to transition it slowly into more of the Pembroke Talks Live group, and you've actually offered to help out a little bit with that as a volunteer.
I was here for you, bud.
So I appreciate it. Any volunteers in the community, there's been other councillors and candidates reach out and say they could potentially chime in here and there from City Hall, but either way, we love either way we want to have you on board. And last night you were at the Lumber Kings game.
It was
unfortunately
a good game.
A good game. A loss.
It was a loss.
That's
it was
okay.
a good game.
It's okay.
It's a good game.
I don't think they often lose though, right? Am I right about that? I need to follow.
They have their goals, but it's still a good game.
Do you usually go to each game?
No, I go as much as I can. I don't go to all games, but I try.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get updates from you from Lumber Kings. I know when you were there, I heard that they sought you out and asked you to volunteer because you have a security license.
I was asked to volunteer, so I'll be doing that next week. I guess.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. We love to promote volunteerism, and if you get pointed out and you have the ability to come out and help out, and you still get to view the game from time to time, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
and you're mentioning the dam too. We still got to fix it or save that dam down.
Yeah, I liked John Moore's take on the
below
Connect 4 and the
the
air railway or whatever. That was hilarious.
That's referencing a post below here by John Moore, a local photographer, who edited the dam photos of the dam with different examples of what we could do.
And I love the humor in it. I do,
that
because
was great, John.
you need humor in politics because sometimes it gets too serious and you just have
What were the examples? If you scroll down, you'll see that post. It was a
Connect 4
Ferris wheel, or no?
No, it was a roller coaster.
Roller coaster and
subway right down the marina.
That would actually legitimately be a good idea.
Zip line.
Zipline, yeah.
Park in Pembroke.
Well, they're talking about liability issues here, Dave. Like that would just come on now.
That's just fun.
I know, but so is fishing, and that's liability apparently.
Not to us normal people.
No.
Normal, not.
But I look forward to seeing what the alternatives are. Andrew Plummer brought up.
I think damn good saved. I think there's enough.
I think so too. Because I think there's going to be enough
backlash
supporters that get in on council that'll be like, no, we need to look at the alternatives here and really exercise them instead of saying let's just demolish it.
I'd almost spent money on that it's going to be saved.
I think so too.
Yeah. That's all you did it.
Well,
you were loud about that one, Candace.
That was the catalyst. That's what got me into this whole political. This is actually the first year I've ever voted in a municipal election. So,
a lot of people say this is politics, but I just see this as activism and as community support, community spirit for our city. You know what I mean? I think every one of the candidates shares that in common. All 20 of you, as well as the 2 mayoral candidates, just want to raise up this city, and you want to be the ones to do it. Obviously, you have your specific vision.
We all have our visions, and
there's a competition.
But
it's good. It's good competition.
Good friendly competition is always good.
You guys have all been healthy in this studio.
They all lace together though. Like it's a small enough city that everybody knows what the common issues are, and they've all kind of laced the ideas together, which is good because once all 6 council members can get together, including the mayor, they can all work together and save the dam and tackle a lot of the big issues in the city.
Absolutely.
That's the bottom line. We have to be a team. Whoever's in there has to be a team.
Yeah.
And even if you got to bend a little bit, you have to bend to make the right decision for the city of Pembroke.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's what we're going to do. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Got to be positive.
Yeah.
Got to say it's going to happen. It's
I
going
want
to
to
happen.
be there for you.
Good. And it kind of brings us to the other event that we wanted to promote that we've kind of organized. It's not really a hugely organized event. It's just that every Thursday, it's what is it? Not happy hour, but half price appetizers and live music at Janet and Carrie's Over Easy Bar and Grill. And so we'll be there at 7 p.m. And that's this coming, what is it? Thursday the 18th.
Yeah.
At 7 p.m. So we want everyone.
Dave will be there too.
Dave will be there, and over half of the candidates have outspokenly shouted their support and said they're going to be there at the event. So we hope that rings true and that we can just have a good spirited time. It's a neutral territory event. It's not about banter, bickering, and not even about debate. It's just about raising up the city and having a good time. Maybe a couple of drinks, maybe just some appetizers and great conversation.
It's the Rubber Chicken Circuit's celebration. It's our wrap up for the season.
We want to give you guys a good time and just enjoy meeting with all of you and talking about the city and our lives and how we're gonna just continue to raise this place up, because it's vibrant and it's getting colder out. I don't remember last autumn being this great downtown.
Oh, it's beautiful this year.
It's Small Business Week. And that's been a big deal already on Monday, and it's only been the first day of events. This event is run by the Downtown Pembroke Business Improvement Area. And we were just over at Janet and Carrie's place where earlier this morning there was a history event. Did you see some of the posts that we posted?
No, I worked all day.
You worked all day. That's good. Well, so if you check it out, Dave, there's just a few posts, and then if you go over to their page, the Downtown PBIA's Facebook page, they had a history lesson from Bob over at the Champlain Museum, and they talked about how old each building and each business is.
Oh, cool.
Some of them 70 years old, some 150, some 50 years old, like Bonanza Restaurant, 60 years old roughly. And the bridge was built back in the 1800s, and I have a photo lower in the group here that I posted of the slideshow.
Oh, okay.
And it shows a photo or a depiction of that bridge being built. I believe it's a photo, and it's an old stone bridge, the original.
On Pembroke Street?
That bridge that's leading to City Hall right there. Yeah, look down in the group. It's pretty interesting. And
I also seen a post about Halloween. They're having that downtown.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I like to have a thing where whoever the new council is at that time will line up at City Hall and hand out candies to all the kids.
That's a really good idea.
Whoever happens to be representing the city of Pembroke at that time, let's all line up, or whoever is there, line up and hand out candies to kids.
That's
We are
really
thanking
good
to the
idea.
kids and the families.
great plan.
Yeah, because one thing that I know the schools have been focusing more on is educating children in politics. My son got a pretty good dose of it there at the candidate debate. He even asked a question in which Dave answered. So that was really cool.
And I'm a big target for him. We can shoot that, no problem.
Yeah, it was really good. So that would be a really, really good way of promoting politics to the children.
I had some emails from students asking to use my profile or something for school projects,
There you
which
go.
is weird. I don't know why they want to use it.
Hey man.
Yeah, they take it.
Yeah, you gotta.
But 2 or 3 times I've been confronted to use my name at the schools.
Very cool.
That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
I wonder if I won there.
Yeah.
Well, win or lose, you can feel like gratitude, knowing that satisfaction, knowing that you're inspiring someone. If you're inspiring one student, and clearly more than one student, to get involved more in their community.
Even if I don't win, I feel I'm inspiring. I don't know if I'll run again, but maybe there's some other guy like me who is a little better spoken. Maybe can run next time. Maybe I'm opening the door for somebody, the little guy.
Yeah, no, I think.
Or yourself. You gotta have
I
faith.
don't know if I do it again.
No, but even
there's
this
been a
time
lot
around,
of
like,
bad.
So
Bad stuff.
I think Dave is just referring to getting nasty. Well, let's call it hate mail or just kind of negative vibes.
I'm sure they
Let's
all
talk
do.
about this, guys. We're having a conversation. Candace, you started this show in the first place not only because of the dam, but you started this show because the terrain on Facebook here in the city of Pembroke was generally a little bit negative, or a lot negative often, regarding city council candidates, the election. And although this original group lay dormant for years. Basically, it rises up during elections, and that's great. Sharing posts and sharing, getting people involved in voting. But I think we all find that the comments in some groups get negative, and so if you're starting a group where you want to be just not solely positive, but yeah, you want to focus on the positive aspect of the elections, and that's why it's grown so fast. And I think these messages and these comments that you're feeling these pressures from, you have to understand, Dave. These are from a select few members of the community, and honestly,
and that's all right. It has made me a better person in a way.
Of course, you thicker skin, right? Thicker skin.
Yeah, you know what? You're always going to get the negative with the positive. Yeah. No matter what you do, and if you're doing a good job at something, you're going to get haters.
I find most of the comments are because I'm not a very good talker.
Okay, so they say you're not articulate.
I'm not articulate. I am very far from being articulate.
I used to read the thesaurus, and I use half of the words wrong anyways. But honestly,
me too.
Guys, I think we all understand here in the Ottawa Valley, we can understand that fancy talking isn't going to relate necessarily to the talk. Doesn't mean the walk. You know, fancy. Yeah. You don't need to be a fancy talker. You don't need to know all the jargon. You're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn what you need to know by.
Yeah.
There's always the catchphrases that I don't pretty fall for.
Here's what I want to ask then, since we're getting deep into it.
Oh, right on.
Well, I mean, just basically, if you get voted in, Dave. Can I call you Dave instead of David?
You can call me Dave, whatever you want.
Oh, good, because I was gonna say I've been calling him that the whole time.
I've been called worse.
Yeah, probably at the bar. So if you're voted in and you're confronted with an idea that's just so foreign to you, or an issue that's so foreign to you, and you get this big stack of paperwork, you got this big book you gotta read. I mean, maybe I don't know, and you gotta listen to these recordings from 1981 from an old council meeting. I don't know how it works, but are you gonna pursue this? What if it takes you 6 extra hours in the middle of the night? Are you gonna?
If that's what the taxpayers think we do, that's what I'll do.
So that's what you're gonna do. You're committed to the work, even if you have to work overtime.
I put myself out here to do this. That's what I'm going to do.
So
if it takes me, I have to learn.
Yes.
Hey, believe me, I'm not gonna.
It's a journey for everybody, not like every single person. It's going to be a journey.
That's what
when I started. I promised the taxpayers that I will do everything for them. So if it means sitting there reading a book for 6 hours, I'll do it. Yeah. Somehow I'll get through it.
Yeah, and that's really no different than any of the other council members, like currently, and the candidates running. Like,
and it's okay to ask for help and support as a councillor. It's okay to.
Well,
ask
we are a team. I think we're supposed to be a team there. So
well, the community is your team as well. Like we, as community volunteers, like we should be not just this is great that we have a Facebook group and a show. But the community should be reaching out, not just to confront you and challenge you as councillors and councillors.
The challenge is good.
It's good, but they should also be offering, saying, hey, if you get in, I'd love to be on your team and help you out, as a volunteer when you have a new idea to, let's say, fundraise for the dam. I don't know.
Definitely.
One thing for me is I have nobody to answer to except for the taxpayers.
There you go.
Like I say, I have no signs out. I never asked for anybody for any money. So it's basically everything for me is for the taxpayer. There's nobody else pulling my strings.
You can definitely see your dedication in it.
You're like no frills.
Yeah.
There's no fluff. There's no frills.
If the taxpayers put their trust in me, I am there for them. Bottom line. Nobody else is going to pull my strings someplace else.
That's wonderful.
No empty promises. No, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that.
I'd like to do lots of things.
Well, yeah.
It's like, it could happen. I'll try.
And I have faith that you're just going to take it as it comes, kind of thing. Like, and that's how you have to pursue it, because you can't make all these big promises. And
I will promise that I will never vote for tax increase.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's one promise I will make. No matter what they say, I will never vote for tax increase.
There you go.
For everything. No tax, no fee.
Amazing. Well, that's been a great interview. It's been great to have you back in the studio, and I know we want to have you return to the studio over and over again, because you're just a classic guy in the Ottawa Valley. You're a classic, what do we call it, blue collar everyday Joe, and you're here to work hard, and we want you to continue to work hard even after this as a volunteer in city council, in city hall, and if not, definitely in our community continuously, David, because you've inspired a lot lot people than just Candace and I. Okay, so just stick to your guns.
I hope so.
Stick to your guns. All right, stick to your guns. You got this.
I'm not saying even if I don't get it, I'm giving it 110%.
And you know what? You're getting to know a lot of people in this journey too, right?
It's a really big learning curve, and that's for sure.
Definitely, but you're always going to have those new people that have come into your life, and supported your campaign and who
I met
you
lots of people.
are.
I met
and-
you guys, and that's great. And
yeah, it's and same here. Like this campaign has brought me into the situation as well. You know, so it's been great to meet you guys.
Well,
and-
two main shout outs we have to run by you all before we shut off this live feed. If anyone wants to volunteer in the community, like Dave is getting into with Church Street Media House and with sharing more community events and news, you can email Candace at churchstreetmedia.ca, and we'll write that above. And if you need to vote still, we'll continue to post links in this group. So if you continue to look in this group, there's all the information that you need. If you haven't gotten yourself on the voters list, or if you just need to find out where you can vote online or where and when, it's the 22nd, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Legion, right?
I actually had a weird comment today that I could have been deputy mayor.
There you go. Wow.
But that happens. I won't be celebrating anyplace else but at the hospital. You'll be seeing me there.
Oh, why? A heart attack? You'll just be like,
It'll be a heart attack then.
That's awesome.
I know it was a joke. But
Oh man, people like to joke, but also that was someone who's inspired by your presence. And they see you going places, so don't give up on yourself.
No.
And I want everyone out there to keep encouraging local councillor candidates like Dave to continue to run and to continue to campaign hard, okay? We need to run it hard. It's we're cutting it close. What's the date today?
16th.
None of us on the show know what date.
15th.
We're,
Is it?
we're working
Is it
so
Monday
hard,
today?
we don't know what date it is.
It's the 15th.
But on the 22nd, voting ends at 8 p.m. at the Legion. So if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, come in there. That's where I'm going.
That's where I'm going to.
Right
It's been a
on.
long
See you there.
journey.
Oh, another thing too. Thursday, when we have this meet and greet, even if you don't like me, come out and shake my hand. I want to meet everybody.
I feel the same way. Even if you're a hater of mine, I want to shake your hand and say thank you for being involved in this community. And definitely, as I offered, man, I'll buy you a drink. We were just at Carrie's place. We'll share some information about that event. It's the meet and greet, and it's coming up soon. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Hope to see everybody on Thursday.
stay positive. Awesome, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
And,
you.
Stay positive and
And
God
God
bless.
bless.
All right, I'll turn this off. Thanks, David. That was great.